Welcome back. In our previous session, you mapped out the essential technical and transversal competences. Now, in session 3, we turn that map into a journey. We call this challenge framing. Challenge framing is defined as turning your learning intentions into a clear learning journey with real value for a user. Today, we will move through 3 critical design questions. Who is the user? What is the insight? And what is your driving question, or how might we? Remember this rule. If you cannot assess it, you did not frame it. We are building a structure where competences become visible through evidence. Before we design, let's define quality. What makes a challenge EACEA ready? It requires 5 elements. 1. A real situation with real user value. 2. An intentional focus on a few specific competences. Defined roles and teamwork routines. 4. Milestones with feedback checkpoints. And 5. Evidence-based assessment. EACEA is not about doing more, it is about learning better. This means a smaller scope, but with clearer evidence of learning. Let's start with activity A1. A common mistake is starting with a vague topic. But the rule is simple: no user means no challenge. You must move from a general topic to a specific user and context. Who exactly experiences the problem? Where and when does it happen? You need to describe the as-is situation based on observable facts, not opinions. You need a template to capture user profile, context, and the current reality. To do this, you need evidence. Even a 5-minute observation counts. Look for cues, confusion points, or repeated questions. By the end of this step, you should have a clear picture of the user's needs. Include the constraints like time, budget, or tools that you must respect. Once you know the user, we move to activity A2, defining the insight and the driving question. Think of it as a funnel. Context leads to insight, which leads to your HMW question. There is a difference between a need and an insight. A need is what the user requires. An insight explains the why, the deeper pattern or reason behind that need. You will use these insights to draft your how might we question using this formula. How might we help the user to achieve a need so that we create value within specific constraints? Crucially, your question must keep the solution open. Do not ask, how might we build an app? Instead, ask, how might we improve the process? If you prescribe the solution, you limit creativity. Finally, in activity A3, you synthesize this into a 1-page EACEA challenge brief. This is the document your learners will receive. It contains the goal and the roadmap. This brief must map competences directly to evidence. For example, if the competence is collaboration, the evidence might be a role rotation log. Don't wait for the end. Plan evidence collection at milestones. Remember, assessment in EACEA is based on evidence collected at checkpoints. It is not just about the final product, it's about the learning journey. As a vet teacher, your role shifts here. You become a designer of learning experiences. You are a coach who asks questions rather than just giving answers. To complete this session, you will upload 3 things. First, your user snapshot. Second, your insights and HMW. And third, your final challenge brief. Start small. Clarity and realism create motivation. If the assessment is unclear, the framing is weak, good luck designing your challenge. We look forward to seeing your work.